Hi sponsors. In this video, we're going to be going through how to create a capital raise and setting up your deal room. To begin, we're going to click on fundraising, and then we're going to click on capital raises right here. And we can see we have no existing capital raises. So to create one, we're going to click on new, capital raise, and then you're going to be prompted with a series of questions to create the capital raise. Is this capital raise for a new project? We're going to say yes. So the system will automatically create a new project for this capital raise. In the case you're raising funds for a project that already exists within the system, you could simply click no and then select that project, and that would connect the capital raise to that project that already exists in the system. In this case, we're going to keep it simple and we're going to say, yes, it is for a brand new project. So let's click on next. And I'm going to call this ABC Townhomes. And the legal name here, I'm going to say ABC Townhomes LLC. And here we're able to edit any advanced settings such as the currency or the unit calculation precision. I'm going to keep it as the default here as US dollars and 1 millionth. Next, what are your goals for this raise? My goal is to raise 1.5 million for it, and I hope to do this by the end of the year. Next, here you're able to select a fundraising pipeline. So you may create your own pipeline and choose it from this dropdown. If you would like to do so, visit support.investnext.com and you'll be able to find an article there that guides you through creating your own custom pipeline. For now, we're going to keep it as the default. And then what classes are included in this capital raise? I'm going to skip this section at the moment and do it in the settings of the capital raise. So I'm going to skip it and you guys will be able to see where you can find that in the settings of the capital raise. So I'm going to create the capital raise. And here we can see we have the ABC Townhomes capital raise overview. So on the left side here, you have some information about the capital raise, such as the status, the target amount, any commitments, anyone who's done any reservations. So if they've just put in a soft commitment, and then any amount that's currently in the pipeline. And then here you can find the deal room URL. On the right side, this is opportunities. So an opportunity is linked to a contact. So simply, let's say John Doe is interested in investing in ABC Townhomes. His interests will be displayed as an opportunity. Once John Doe goes through the process and does a soft commitment and funds, you would find him over here under commitments. So let's go through the details first of the capital raise. Here we're able to go through the overview. So ABC Townhomes, the capital raise name is already done, and we have the target amount. What I'm actually going to enable here is the auto close. So the auto close automatically stops accepting investments when the target amount is reached. So once I have 1.5 million funded, it's going to stop taking any investments. So let's enable that. And I'm going to click Save Changes. Next, we're going to go over to the debt and equity classes. So recall that when we created the capital raise, we were prompted to possibly create the class. I clicked Skip, but here is where we're actually able to, if we created one there, we'll be able to see it right here, or we can create them right here. So we're going to say New, and I'm going to do Add Class. And it's going to be, I'm going to do class A, and I'm just going to do a unit price of 1. You may have a unit price of $1,000 per unit, whatever the case may be. But in this case, I'm going to do 1. So if someone invests $50,000, they're simply going to have 50,000 units or shares. So I'm going to click Add. Awesome. So now we see that there's a little bit of an indent and we can see what classes are under here. we've got one so far, which is Class A. This class is accepting investments, so it is open. You can close this, so it says this class is not accepting investments. Simply put, this button allows you to toggle on and off the class whether it should be accepting investments or not. Next, we have the unit price here again. It's already defined as $1. And then we have the investment increment amount. So for instance, you can actually control how much an investor must increment their investment by. So for this case, I'm actually going to do $500, and I'm going to enable the restriction here. And then next we have minimum investment amount. So let's say I'm going to do 25,000, and that restriction is enabled. So that means that if somebody would like to invest more than 25,000, they would have to do it in increments of $500. So it could be 25,500 or 26,000, but it cannot be 25,100, as I have enabled the restriction to have increments amounts done by 500. And then next, I'm going to actually cap the maximum investment amount as 100,000. And then I'm going to save these changes. Awesome. We are going to continue going through the left side panel here for the settings of the capital raise. The next one is co-sponsors. We can see that no co-sponsors have been invited here. If you do know a co-sponsor, someone who is going to be raising funds with you for a project, they could have their own dedicated environment. This will allow them to maintain a CRM and have a capital raise connected to your capital raise. So that, say for instance, John Doe has 50 contacts, and he's pretty sure out of those 50 contacts, he could get 10 of them to all invest at least 25,000. He can simply have a co-sponsor environment and have that capital raise linked to yours, so that when everyone from his list of contacts does invest, it is connected to you, who are the lead sponsor of the project. And that will allow you and your co-sponsor to have full transparency in the investors. So we're going to keep this as is. I don't have a co-sponsor for this project. And we're going to go over to soft commitments here. So for soft commitments, we can set a minimum soft commitment amount. So I'm going to do the same as what is required for the Class A, 25,000, the maximum of 100,000, and then again here, the increment amount of 500. And I'm going to click Save Changes. There we have it. So the settings for the capital raise has been completed. What we're going to do next is going to capital raise again, and then click ABC Townhomes. I could have simply done click edit. I could have simply just clicked this, and it would have taken me back here. So what we're going to do next is edit the deal room.